Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty, and happy Sunday everybody. It is Sunday morning. It's a little overcast outside and I am here to do some coloring this morning. What I thought I would share with you today is two things. I'm going to color and chat at the same time, but I watch a lot of different colors channels, and I watch some that are big channels, 90,000 or so. And a lot of times all they are doing is testing products, whether it be markers or pencils or gel pens or whatever. But I actually want to see some coloring. I love to see flip throughs of different color books because that is how I get my idea what kind of books I want to order, because I do 98% of my coloring book buying on Amazon. And they sometimes will give you one photo of some of the pictures in it. Sometimes they'll give you none. And so I like to watch flip throughs so that it makes me decide, do I want that book? Do I not want that book? So I'm going to start out with first showing you this book. It's Fairy and Fantasy book number 3, Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Caron. Okay, I bought this book on Amazon. She is one of my favorable artists. I have several artists that I love. So she always starts you out with a title page. This book belongs to. I haven't filled it out yet. I need to do that. And I always like to put on there the day that I started the book, because then when I finish the book, I can put that as well. And then she tells a little bit about her book here. Now, Christina labels, she names each page, which I think is cute. Not necessary in my opinion, but it's cute. So I started this book on 7/31 of this year, 2024. And this was done with alcohol markers and gel glitter pens and maybe even a little bit of ultrafine Sharpies. I did this one last night, just relaxing. It was a quick, easy color. And then just to show you, I'm going to show you a few pages until we get to the page that we're going to color today. I am one that likes to color people. When I first started coloring in the adult color books, now I've colored my entire life since I was a little girl, and I've always loved it. But when the big fad came out with adult color books, I started out with just mandala color books, and then I went to Creative Haven color books, which now are not one of my favorite books at all. I try to avoid buying from Creative Haven. I don't mean that mean to the people that like Creative Haven, but to me, there's too much on the page. Like this, you've got just the fairy here. You don't have all this background that takes forever. And so that's what I enjoy more. Now, if you're one that likes a lot of detail, then Creative Haven might be the book for you. But these are just beautiful, beautiful images. I believe I have finished one of her books. I have not finished a lot of books in my life. Yep, okay, so this is the one we're gonna do today. I'm gonna flip it around. We will talk about some of the markers that I'm using as I'm coloring. And I'm sorry if my hand's in the way a little bit. I need to get one of those overhead holders for my camera. That way you can look directly down on me. But for right now, I don't have one. All right, we are going to start out with, this is a double-tipped marker from Peter Popper Press. Peter Popper Press. And these used to be one of my most favorite markers. Since then, I have found another favorite, which I will share with you in a minute. But I still love the Peter Popper Press alcohol markers for skin tones. They're just so smooth, and I love the apricot. This is the apricot. I wish I could just buy 20 apricot Peter Popper Press markers, but Peter Popper Press, they sell their markers in sets. So this comes in a set of, I believe, 5 or 6 skin tone colors. And so I have tons of the other colors because I tend to use the apricot up all the time. Now, the Peter Popper Press alcohol markers you can buy on Amazon. I buy them at my work because we carry them there. And I believe they are like $12.99 for a set of 5 or 6 skin tone markers. But I really believe sometimes that you get what you pay for, because these are incredible markers. Now with alcohol markers, one thing is you can't take a long time or you'll get the faded look and it's not smooth. So you kind of have to go to town, go to work, get it done. Don't take a long time or you'll get the dry mark in between. And I try to avoid that. Now, when it comes to doing the wings, I'll go from doing like a light blue sometimes to a light yellow sometimes. Just depends on my mood. All right, so now I'm going to switch to the fine tip just to get in here in between the wings. Went to my Christmas party for my work yesterday. It was at my boss's house. And to go from their kitchen area to the living room, there's 2 little steps to go down. Well, they have a shelf with all the sweets for the night in the kitchen that butts up to the living room. And I forgot there was 2 little steps there, and I slipped and fell. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was so embarrassed, and I hit my head pretty good, but I didn't have a concussion or anything, and just a little headache, and then sore. My neck and my tailbone were sore from falling. Okay, here she is. There's all her skin tone. Just so beautiful. Love it. Peter Popper Press. Number 347 is the apricot. An absolute favorite. I even had a backup here in case I needed it. Then, for her lips, I'm going to use another Peter Popper Press, number 198, Tropical Pink. I don't know what it is with me, but I love doing lips and eyes. And when you're working with grayscale, they just pop. They look so beautiful. But you do have to watch that they don't bleed into the skin tone. And then for her eyes, I'm going to use number 67, Pastel Blue, in the Peter Popper Press. I love grayscale color books as long as they're not too dark. When they get too dark, then they're doing all the work for me, and I don't like that. So here it is. I am also going to do a little bit of this butterfly in the blue. I need to go to the grocery store today. Okay. Now I'm going to touch up under her eye because there's a little bit that I didn't get. So I'll use the fine tip part of the marker here. Now some people get really creative. They give her eyeshadow and all that, but I don't do that normally. All right, let's see. What do I have here? Now, these are the Sharpie Ultra Fines. These are ultra fine. So when you take it off, you see the tip is very, very, very small. And I like that for really detailed little areas. So we're going to use that for her headband of her butterfly. I never plan out what I'm going to use. I just kind of grab and go. And then we're going to do the butterfly's bottom in this glitter gel pen. One thing about gel pens that I didn't realize until just recently is they don't bleed through. So if you're doing something like a Johanna Basford color book, where there's so much detail, and it's small detail, the glitter gel pens, or the gel pens, period, are a great way to go. Okay, now I'm going to show you my most favorite new markers, and they are the Ohuhu markers. Ohuhu, O-H-U-H-U. Ohuhu. They are a little bit more pricey. You get the same thing. You get 2 tips, so you get a tip like this. And then you get like the paintbrush tip. And we are going to use that over here in her hair. Now, sometimes I like to give the fairies pink hair, or blue hair, or purple hair. But today we're going to give this fairy traditional, like, brown hair. And she's got long eyelashes that we're going to fill in with brown. But the Ohuhus are just such a wonderful pen. You really get what you pay for. They don't dry out fast. They give you the paintbrush one so that you can paint large areas quickly without them drying up. I have bought several different kinds of markers on Amazon that are just like off-brands, where you get 262 markers for like $50. Well, there's a reason why, because a lot of times they're already dried up. Sometimes they're okay, but you can't rely on them completely. So the Ohuhus have become my new most favorite. I have a set of 168 now, and they were about $89 for those. But from now on, starting next year, when I get new markers or pencils or whatever, I will share that with you. And we will do, so to speak, like an unboxing of it. I haven't done that in the past, but I will start doing that with you. I have a lot of pencil sets, and I'm not a big pencil fan. I work with pencils, but I'd much rather work with alcohol markers. However, some things look better with pencils, and I'm trying really hard to start working with my pencils more. And I think the more I work with them, the more comfortable and confident I will become in them. And then I can use them more. But for right now, I don't use them a lot. And I have all kinds of different brands of pencils, so from really high end to really cheap. And sometimes the really high end, I find are a little too waxy for my liking. But some of them do glide on better than others. But I've seen some people color with just the regular Crayola pencils and have beautiful pages come from it. So, but with pencils, you do a lot of blending. You'll do several different colors on like the hair or whatever, and it takes a lot longer. I'm also going to go through all my color books And I hope to share with you my different color books to give you ideas if there's books in there that you would like to buy for yourself. It will help to give you an idea of what the different books have inside of them, because that is one of my most favorite things to do, is to watch flip throughs. Now, if you go over and watch Martha Makes Art, she does a lot of lives. And when she's doing her lives, a lot of times, not always, because she's an amazing artist, she's an amazing crafter, but a lot of times she will do coloring. And so you get to see all the different ways that she colors, and she uses a lot of pencils. And hers turn out beautiful. So we have some wild cats out in the barn area, or we call them barn cats. And one of the mamas, just had kittens. Well, they're older now because now they're starting to eat on their own. And they are so stinking cute. And I've been taking food over to the little shed that she had them in, but I hope nothing got to them, because last night I saw a dead rabbit in where they are nesting, and I just hope something didn't get to them. And unfortunately, that's what happens with barn cats or wild cats living in the wild. It's just nature. They never want me to catch them. I don't want to catch them. I want them to have their own, life and how I feed them. And a lot of people won't even feed their barn cats, but I do feed ours. All right, I am going to do some green here with the Ahuhu. It's definitely something you have to learn how to use them so that you don't press too hard and ruin your tip. But anyways, I took the kittens and the mama out some food to their little shed. I'm going to go check on them in a little while. They're so cute. I just hope nothing got to them, because they're probably about 6 weeks old, because now they're coming out and eating on their own. And then we have neighbors on the next ranch over. It's quite a ways away, but their darn husky dog came over here yesterday and was eating all the cat food, and I had to chase him off. I'm not going to feed him. He's got an owner. So are you guys all ready for Christmas? I'm almost ready for Christmas. I need to make a few more Christmas cards to send out. I made 24 of them, and I've used them all up. And I still have quite a few that I need to send out. So maybe this evening after grocery shopping, I will make some more. Okay, I'm going to do these little, I think they're like daffodil flowers. I'm going to do the inside yellow, and I'm going to do the outside orange. So you can tell with alcohol markers, it goes a lot faster, but it's not as detailed and shaded as if you do with pencils. And like I said, I'm going to start working more with my pencils. Okay, there's that. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is that I put a cardstock paper underneath because you see how it bleeds through. So if you don't do that, you're going to ruin the next page over. That's why I don't like working with double-sided color pages, because then you are forced to use pencils or gel pens. And if it's a large area, you can't do gel pens like on a big area like this. If you do, it doesn't look smooth. You'd have to use pencils, but so that's why I try really hard not to get double-sided books. But some are that way, like Maria Trolle. She has beautiful books and they're hard-covered, but they're double-sided, so it forces me to use pencils. And then the other one is Johanna Brasford. Very detailed pages and double-sided. So there again, you have to use pencils. I do want to do a little bit of baking today for the girls at work tomorrow, but I'm not sure what I want to do. And sometimes I film my baking, but sometimes I'm just in my pajamas and I don't feel like filming because I don't feel like I look appropriate for you to see me on camera. All right, now, you see we're almost done with this page and it's only been 21 minutes. We are going to do a very, hopefully very light blue for the wings. Yesterday, I had such a busy day. I woke up at 7, I believe. I normally get up at 5:30 on my days off. I mean, on my days of work, I get up at 5:30 in the morning. But I slept until 7, and I was just going from 7 on. I was doing laundry, I was doing housework, I was filling out some cards. I had my grandson's basketball game to go to. I had to go do some shopping before the Christmas party. I came home after my grandson's game, and I only had an hour till I had to go back for the Christmas party. So this morning I slept until 8, and it felt great. So today, I've got a load in the washer, a load in the dryer. I do have a sink full of dishes I need to do. And I'm going to get to that right after this. And then I got to go to town and grocery shop. Okay, so here we are. We have finished. Here she is. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. And then there's more in here. Look at how sweet that one is. And I love that one. Oh my goodness, there's so many adorable pictures in this book. That one's beautiful with the Celtic behind, I think is what you call it. And then here's all her books that she has. So I'm gonna go through and see which ones I have, and I might be doing some more ordering because I just love her books. But there is our picture for today. Thanks for dropping me by. If you're just watching this because you're a colorist or you love coloring and they suggested this video to you and you're not subscribed to me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification button, and every time I upload a video, you will be notified. I don't do just coloring. I do crafting. I do glue booking. I do baking. I do vlogging. That's why my channel's name is Life with Patty, because I do a little bit of everything. But I would love to have you follow along. If you're just a colorist and that's all you're interested in, you'll see at least one video a week of my coloring, sometimes more. But I hope that you all have a great Sunday, and I shall talk to you again real soon. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.